you ready to roll?
Yes, I'm ready to roll. This is MicDrop.
This is the moment you have been waiting for. MicDrop from Sound Labs is here. The AI-powered plugin that lets you change your voice on the fly, transform into a rock star, a diva, or even a 303, all with a single click. Sing in any language, any genre. Your vision. MicDrop. Let's start with our simple yet powerful user interface. It really doesn't need instruction, but since I want to get paid for doing this voiceover, I better show you around. Front and center is the currently loaded voice model, and to see more you click on this grid here. MicDrop has an artist roster of incredible artists with a great range of styles and abilities, and not just voices but instruments as well. Have a listen.
And
Trumpet before and after. Slap bass before and after. And to keep inspiration ever flowing, new voices and instruments are added every month. Oh, and a quick note about voice models. Each are different and have their own quirks, so I suggest to try models that might not look the part. For example, the country-looking dude might sound better on your R&B song than the artist that looks the part. On the left, we have the auto-pitch correction. The knob labeled speed controls how fast the correction is done. You can crank it all the way up to T-Pain speeds.
oh,
Or all the way down to a drunken, too much Jägermeister speed.
Jägermeister.
Of course, all the scales and key selection, just like your Majesty's preference. And the amount, which is always best set in moderation. Below that, we have the wave display all up to snuff, and a piano lane which comes to life when the MIDI control is activated. We will come back to that as it has its own video. At the bottom, but never forgotten, we have the gate. This is to save CPU cycles, as it's a waste to be spending CPU tax on background noise or hiss. If you find words are getting cut off, you might want to check that firstly your input level is not too low, but also try lowering the gate so it opens at a lower volume. Over to the left, we have the mix knob and does what you expect, mixing the input signal with the model voice signal. Then we have the input level. Just like everything else in the studio, best practice is to just be tapping maximum, but crank it up too much and your voice model will start to talk funny. Also, if your model develops a lisp, it might be good to lower the input level. All the way across town, we have the almighty, all-round, the majestic pitch knob. He can get you sounding high or make you feel low. Also, quick switches to add an octave up or down. Down here, we have 4 quick switches for MicDrop's internal effect processors. The compressor, the chorus, the delay, and the reverb are top-notch. Also, you can save your setting, and any presets you make will be stored here. Having MicDrop in a plugin format makes it an amazing sound design tool. If you add a plugin just before MicDrop, it will manipulate the signal going in. Let me demonstrate. Here's my original vocal.
This is the MicDrop plugin from Sound Labs.
And now going through Infiltrator, my vocal sounds like this. There is so much more you can do this way.
The MicDrop plugin from Labs.
Sending a synth into sidechain can also yield some craziness. MIDI control. Playing a voice model in real time with zero latency is next to impossible due to the complexity of the models, but it was a dream that we here at Sound Labs refused to give up. So we found a workaround that works, and oh man, it's as fun as a mug. Check it out. Here is the song we want to add talkbox and natural harmonies to. Take a listen.
You gotta know by now that the MicDrop plugin is gonna change the game. We can't be stopped, we won't be topped by the likes of you sucker-ass crew.
To activate MIDI control mode, you will have to open MicDrop as an instrument or MIDI controlled effect. Each DAW calls it something slightly different, but you can always hit YouTube and search for how to open MIDI controlled effect in FL or Ableton, Cubase, Reaper, etc. So you will notice that when you click on MIDI mode in the tuning section, there is another switch underneath. At time of recording this, our beta versions don't currently have this knob labeled, so in the meantime I'm going to add text to this screen recording. When the switch is to the left, the MIDI input is set to play the model but introduces a delay. And when the switch is to the right, it is set to RealTime vocoder. This mode lets you hear an approximation of what it would sound like. Again, switch to the right when you want zero latency but low quality, and then for playback just flip that switch to the left. And even cooler is that when MicDrop is opened as MIDI-controlled instrument, you can set the sidechain input to a live mic and record it just like you would a real talkbox. To add vocal harmonies and talkbox vocals, it's the same process. Let me demonstrate. I select the model I want. In this case, it's the female called Winter. Next, I switch from auto mode to MIDI mode over here. Then the switch below, I put it to the right into RealTime vocoder. And then select my sidechain input to track that has the driver vocal. Now I hit record and play in the first harmony.
You gotta know by now that the MicDrop plugin is gonna change the game. We can't be stopped, we won't be topped by the likes of you sucker-ass crew.
Then I flip the switch to the left.
You gotta know by now that the MicDrop plugin is gonna change the game.
And bounce each harmony.
You gotta know by now that the MicDrop plugin is gonna change the game. We can't be stopped, we won't be topped by the likes of you sucker-ass crew. You gotta know by now that the MicDrop plugin has gotta change the game.
You gotta know by now that the MicDrop plugin has gotta change the game. We can't be stopped, we won't be topped by the likes of you sucker-ass crew.
Once this process becomes second nature to you, it soon starts to kick in that you can do all sorts of things with vocals that nobody has done before. This is the moment you have been waiting for. Your voice, your vision, MicDrop.